Simpson simmer. I'm not sure what category you go in, Shawn. Did you actually play the game?
At somewhat of a high level. I peaked at 18, but I did represent Canada at the World Junior, so I would say, yeah, I was a player.
You did it, that. Great to talk to you. Great to talk to you, Gary.
Yeah.
Yes, I did not play the game at a high level, and I'm happy to say that if Shawn is an example of what actually does play at a high level.
So, Gary Lawless in Winnipeg, Shawn Simpson in Ottawa. How did you and your constituents view the Leaf signing of Mike Babcock? You first, Gary.
Obviously, a real big day. I think you can make the argument that Mike Babcock is one of the best coaches in the NHL. I don't think he's the best coach in the NHL. He's had great success at the Olympics with the very best players in the world. That's burnished his resume. We'll find out if he can turn the Leafs around. I think they've got bigger problems than what's behind the bench. I would rather hire a GM first and let him do his job, and I would have went and got Babcock a little later on, because Mike Babcock is a finisher and a winner. We're going to find out if he's a developer.
Oh, and I absolutely love the story, guys. This is perfect. It's perfect for Canadian hockey. You got McDavid going to Edmonton. You now have the Toronto Maple Leafs everybody despises. And this wasn't a media story last week, guys. It crossed the line when suddenly I saw on Twitter where everyone was actually posing at TSN for selfies with Mike Babcock. That's where it goes to a different level. So, you know what? From a rivalry standpoint here in Ottawa, bring it on. I think it's going to be great theater going forward.
So what are you talking about there? What crossed the line? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
No, I'm just saying, Michael, you look at the story and you recognize when he rolled into Toronto, there's a lot of people in the media that are Toronto fans, and I have no issue with that. It's actually fun, but you either love Toronto or you hate them. And from an Ottawa perspective, this might get the rivalry going, and I want to see how it plays out. Who do you get rid of? What do you end up doing? How do you build this? Now do you go to that scorcher and that true rebuild? What are they going to end up doing?
Ottawa has such small man syndrome. Don't worry about what Toronto's doing. Worry about what you're doing. Toronto, NHL is way better when Toronto is relevant, and Babcock makes the Leafs relevant. You know, so we don't care in Winnipeg what Toronto does. I don't know why Ottawa is so obsessed with Toronto.
We're not upset. There's no small man. I don't even know what the complex is in Winnipeg. It's not even on the radar. No, I think this is great that he's come in, Gary. It absolutely is. Ottawa's a good young team. Now Edmonton, Calgary, Winnipeg. No, but it's a Toronto story. And when TSN and everybody else is based out of Toronto, that's what it comes across as looking like. And that's not an Ottawa thing. That's a Canadian thing. And when you say
go to a rink.
No, they're not.
Go to another rink.
They're not.
Listen, Shawn, you haven't been to any other rinks except for the one in Ottawa. Go to another one. There are Leaf jerseys at every other rink in the country when Toronto gets there.
I worked for the Leafs for 5 years, and I worked in the National Hockey League. No.
Everybody loves the Leafs, and then everybody hates the Leafs.
That's not
but
true.
they are the dominant
those are the old school fans, Gary. No, they're not. They're the old school fans. In Quebec, you have Montreal.
Because you're an old school fan,
you have the fans that used to. No. Well, no, because that's transitioning in another direction now. Edmonton, Calgary have their own fan base. Vancouver, Winnipeg, Ottawa.
No, they don't. The Leafs. Why are we talking about it? We talked about it on my show all last week. I watched it. It was riveting. The Leafs are Canada's most important franchise. They're the NHL's most important franchise. You can't even argue that, Shawn. It's crazy.
Well, I anticipated that would be kind of like a throwaway story, but it became a lot bigger. And still, Shawn, you need to clarify this business about crossing the line. Are you suggesting that the media somehow is biased towards the Toronto Maple Leafs? That they're
not at all. No, it just adds to it. I just recognize how much of that market to be in there.
Can you hear the beeping of the truck screaming backwards?
So you're posing for something. No, I like it. I know that. I know that a lot of the fans, I know a lot of the media there. Michael, you're a huge Leafs fan, and you tell everybody that. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you have the team in Southern Ontario, you have TSN, you have Sportsnet, and everything else, it is different for the rest of Canada.
Well, actually, I am not a huge Leafs fan. I am season's ticket holder. Very important, because at this point in the history of the Maple Leafs, I hate them as much as you can hate anything else, which perhaps is a giveaway to how I feel at good times. We will take a break. When we return, we're going to try to find out why it's so cloudy and gloomy behind Shawn Simpson. What's going on Ottawa next?